I constantly get comments on my TikTok and my YouTube videos asking me for tutorials on certain mechanics. The most common of all, air dribbles and flip resets. Commenters explain that they want to learn how to air dribble, stating that they have practiced for hours but are yet to see any results. I do my best to explain how to execute aerial mechanics, but because there is such a large skill gap, it is possible that I'm overlooking some small details. Details that could be the breakthrough needed for someone to get their first air dribble. After 3,000 hours on controller, a basic air dribble is pretty routine to me. So I'm switching to keyboard and mouse for the purpose of this video. I want to reset my mechanics back to bronze. And I want to see how long it takes to go from absolutely no mechanics to controlling an air dribble. For full disclosure, I've played around 2 hours on keyboard and mouse, but I've never attempted to do anything like this in the air dribbles or anything like that. I'm going to set a timer and stay on the game until I successfully complete my mission. How long do you think it'll take? Drop your answer in the comments below. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. For the first hour or two, I spent that time getting comfortable with the movements on keyboard. It is much different because you can only go 4 directions instead of a rotating wheel like a controller. I focused mainly on my setups coming off the wall. Once that became comfortable, and I was able to hit the ball almost every time, I began practicing my air roll to get into position. This was a big struggle for me because I was overcomplicating it, trying to tornado spin and other advanced mechanics that I was not ready for. I saw results once I started to simplify it, and simply just held directional air roll to rotate my card towards goal. This kept me from spinning out of control and allowed me to stay behind the ball easier. I quickly realized the air roll was not necessary, as long as my setup was perfect. So I revisited the setup. This time, instead of focusing just on hitting the ball, I focused more on getting a soft controlled setup. The soft setup helped me keep my touches close and continue the air dribble longer. After about 6 hours of practice, I was finally able to complete my first air dribble. I had scored others, but they were either ugly or they had bounced. My first air dribble was the result of a near perfect setup. If my setup was slightly off center or awkward, there was no chance I was going to score. So the answer to your question is, it takes about 6 hours to learn the basics of an air dribble. If you have been practicing a lot longer than that and you are still unable to, try simplifying everything as I did. Obviously, everybody's progress will be different, but this is a general time frame that you can use to compare your results. I hope this has been helpful. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton.